Hey, y'all. Hey, Royaire.
What's going on?
What's up? So
Happy
listen, guys.
Sunday. Oh my
Yeah,
God. This has been a
it's
busy week.
a busy week. And listen, y'all, we are trying to wear some pink hair because October is breast cancer awareness month. So we're trying to wear our pink. And yes, we have to do better with telling y'all the timing, okay? The time that we're gonna be recapping the show. Give us another week or so. I hope the season
The point being is y'all just need to turn your notification bells on all so that y'all just see when we go live so you can just click in, period.
Period. Period. We're gonna try to do better. We hope the season is not over by the time we lock down. We're gonna be coming on. Combat veteran, it's so nice to see you. Glad you're here. You're hanging out with us, and we just appreciate if all of y'all just hit the like button on both our channels. Ray and I have come together. We're gonna be recapping Tia Mowry show, My Next Act. It comes on the We channel. Friday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check your local listings. And we will always recap it after the show, not the day of. So I'm gonna give y'all time to watch it and engage also. In addition to that, we are recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac together. So we're doing that too, and we will get your study schedule on that some way, somehow, someday. But stay tuned, okay? But we trying. We doing our best. We doing the best we can. Okay, please don't judge us. Don't judge us. It's the no judgment zone. Okay, it's a no judgment
Just
zone.
know when you come over, you're gonna have a good time. So just be here. Be
That's
here,
it.
be
That's
here,
all.
be here. Hit
I
the like
love it.
button on both channels, subscribe to both channels, and if you're not got your notification bells on all, turn it on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind.
That part right there. Okay, I love it. So we might as well go ahead and get into this Tia Mowry, My Next Act. Before we start the recap, Royaire, I will say this. I'm really like Tia. I'm giving the show a huge chance. Really because I think other reality TV, it has us so messed up. Even though I don't like seeing manufactured drama and arguments and all of that, at the same time with Tia, it's like the polar opposite. I don't want to tune in every week to see her crying. And I love her.
And I love her too. And so when I said I was gonna watch this show, I was in expectation of a tearful season. Because when Tia and Tamera had their show, they both literally cried through all 2 seasons of their show. So, I was in expectation of the tears. But I will say that I have enjoyed this season thus far. I think because like you said, we have been so regulated to manufacture drama. When we get some real, life TV, it's kind of hard for us to digest. But I am digesting a little bit better as the weeks go by. So I think this is going to be a great recap.
Okay, so this is episode 3 from season 1, and we start out the friends, her assistant Sierra and her friend Natasha are still trying to interview dates for her. So the last guy that they interview, his name is Charles. He's pretty tall. I think he said he was like 6'4", something like that. Yes, he has one daughter who he loves very much. You could tell because he kind of lit up when he said, I have a daughter, and he said she's beautiful, right? And so Natasha and Sierra felt that he kind of passed the test, and they was definitely going to encourage Tia to go out on a date with him. He talked about, his love language. They asked him how he felt about being a stepdad. He said, I never done it before. I like his honesty. But he said, listen, I love the kids and the kids love me. So he confident. He like, that ain't no worry. He said, but I like what he said. He said pretty much that, if something goes wrong, he don't want to have to break up with 3 people that, because that's what happens when somebody has kids. You're not just breaking up with them, you breaking up with the kids too. It's devastating. So he wants to be mindful of that. And I appreciated that. So I did, from just the interview with Charles, us seeing Charles speaking. I like Charles. What is your thought, Royaire, on
I
that whole
didn't too
scene?
much care for Charles.
Oh,
Yeah, Charles was just below Tia's budget. He's a teacher. He's a tutor. Uh, it just wasn't giving. I can take care of Tia, and Tia wants someone that she can. Excuse me. She wants someone that can take care of her. We've already been in a relationship, that a man we was taking care of. So I
oh,
think that she is, wanting someone that can take care of her. He is 6'4". He wears a size 12. He's 37 years old, so about 10 years off of Tia. So are we mature enough, to be in a relationship with Tia, even though she's very immature for her age, but I still love her to death. He said that his love language was words of affirmation. You're so petty.
no, you said it. I'm just listening. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Laugh, though. You did not have to laugh.
Now she in the age. Oh my.
Oh my God. And this episode really showed it. I was like, this girl is very goofy, but okay. He said his love language was words of affirmation. I thought that was really nice, especially for a man. Most men are not confrontational and they don't like to communicate. So for him to have said that was like, okay, I like that. As you said, he did have a stepdaughter. He has a daughter and he's interested in stepchildren. He had a beautiful smile. I just don't feel that he fit the thug life that Tia is looking for. She wants that thug life, rough, tough guy, and he's a good guy, kind of like Tim Waltz. He's a teacher, a coach, living his best life for the world. So, I was like, okay, Charles, but I wasn't feeling it.
Wow, you wasn't feeling Charles. Well, you know what? Why you don't want Tia to be like Megan Good, having to pay she paying Jonathan Major's child support. You don't want Tia to have to end up paying this guy's child support.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen,
the child support and the dog catcher fee.
Oh my God! Listen, I thought he was a good look, but time will tell. We shall see what goes on with that. So the next scene we had Tia, Sierra, Natasha, and that's when they told Tia, they found her a date, and she was saying that she's nervous about dating, and I get that, right? Because her ex-husband was her everything.
Mm-hmm.
They spent a major portion of their life together.
Mm-hmm.
They have 2 children together. And even if you having a bad situation with somebody, that somebody still knows you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to do anything. And now you're going into new territory, right? And the new territory is me dating and me finding someone new that I can kind of get along with, and they get along with my kids. So I understand her about being nervous about dating, but I'm glad that she is putting herself out there.
Mm-hmm.
What would you
I'm really over Sierra and Natasha. More so Sierra, if anything. She just... I'm just not feeling her. I really don't think that Tia is actually over Corey, in my opinion. The continuous, and I know that he was her first and her everything, but the continuous reverting back to, it wasn't like when Corey was around, I miss when Corey was here, or, when Corey was here, I did things that it's just a continuous bring up of Corey. I don't think that she really needs to be in the dating circuit right now, because one of my things is I feel that you need to know how to be by yourself and be alone. And Tia is not comfortable with being alone. She constantly needs someone there cheering her on or supporting her or rubbing her back, constantly just needing someone. And I don't think that neediness is really a great thing. Even in relationships, you have to know how to be independent and by yourself and do things on your own. And it's like she does not know how to do that. She's constantly in need of something or someone. So those were my thoughts on that scene.
Yeah, she does need a lot of support. But I will say this in terms of Corey. I think she was over Corey for a while, like they had grown apart. But
Mm-hmm.
I also think that when you're familiar with somebody, you're familiar with somebody. And I
Mm-hmm.
think what she's craving more than anything, not Corey necessarily, but that feeling of
Relationship.
somewhere, someone's relationship. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think that's kind of what she's feeling. But and so with so that's interesting to me. And then I'll bring up something else when we get to the birthday party scene, because
Okay.
I had some thoughts in my head about that, but I'll leave it for there. But yeah, I think she's just craving relationship. I think she doesn't know how to deal with her loneliness. And
Mm.
think that instead of them showing us all these scenes with all these people and this random stuff, maybe we need a therapist and she
Yes.
needs to speak to a therapist. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she has a lot to work through, but I think one of her major things she has to work through is the fact that she needs some therapy, because crying everywhere you go is not going to work. And I mean, literally everywhere she goes, the jeweler, the coffee shop, grocery shopping. I mean, we we need her to get a hold of her emotions, okay? So we're gonna roll into our next scene. And where it was Tia and Sierra, and they was talking about how they have not just a good working relationship, they got a good friendship because they both care about each other. Um, I'm trying to get to know Sierra and not just continue to be judgmental of her. Right now, I feel like Sierra is more an enabler. I don't know if Sierra is really helping Tia. I think, it's something is amiss there with the assistant. I don't know what I'm feeling yet about her, but I'm not feeling that soft and pink yet. But I am going to give her a moment, okay? And they talk about CAIRO's birthday and her turning 6 and planning the birthday party. So Tia said that CAIRO wants a princess party, and
Mm-hmm.
going to pull together the theme and everything for the princess party, because she wants to make sure that CAIRO is happy. And she said, it's hard to balance out making sure everything still is like normal,
Mm-hmm.
even though she's feeling a lot of sadness. So she said it's so hard, to do anything about that. And then they end their conversation by talking about the upcoming date that Tia is going to have. And what is she going to wear and how does she feel about that? And Tia once again circled back that this is her new norm. She's not quite sure how to feel about dating, and she is extremely nervous. So what are your thoughts on that scene?
In regards to Sierra, I really think that this is becoming the Sierra show, and Sierra's trying to be famous. I feel like she's trying to become somebody. But I do enjoy their working relationship and their friendship. You can tell that they have a good camaraderie together, and that I do think Sierra is an enabler as well, but it works for Tia, so it works for me. As you said, CAIRO is turning six. She wanted a princess party. Um, in my statement earlier, as I said, I don't feel like that Tia is really over Corey because she can't even plan a birthday party without thinking about this man and worried about if it's gonna be done right. And I'm just like in my head, I mean, if you planned the party while you was with the man, why can't you plan a party without the man? But and that's what confuses me about their relationship, because in one sense she said that she felt alone in the marriage and that he really wasn't there, but then you're making it seem like that he was there for every little thing that you had to do. So if you didn't have Corey's support, you can't do it. So I'm just really confused about this relationship between her and Corey and why she's struggling so much moving on with regular activities. To me, planning a birthday party, that's a regular activity. You would do that with or without your spouse, I would think, because it's for your child, not your spouse. But yeah, she just
So
Does
you
not.
brought up that, Royaire. Let me throw this in there.
Mm-hmm.
What I didn't understand, I'm on that road with you, right? What I didn't understand is y'all could take Christmas pictures together and not be together, but y'all can't throw this birthday party together. You got to make that make sense. It didn't make sense to me. So you just can't call your baby daddy, your ex-husband, who you are co-parenting with, and y'all 10 toes down that all is well. Because like I said, y'all took Christmas pictures together. She's turning 6. You can't throw this birthday party or plan this birthday party together and say, hey dad, hey Corey, she wants a princess party, can you get the cake, or
Mm-hmm.
can you do this, or can you do that, or whatever. Like, that was confusing to me. So although I'm like, this is reality, I'm like, everybody just plays these games, and that's why we, the general public, when they want to put themselves out there, because they invited us in, she the one doing this show, Tia Mowry, my next act.
He put us
So
in the
give
group chat.
that part, give us the real. You could do a Christmas picture with him, but you can't call him about this birthday party. You got to make that make sense.
I rest my case.
There you go. Go.
Someone in the comments said that they believe Tia got a divorce because she wasn't happy, but I'm sure she knows exactly what made her unhappy. Excuse me, they're not sure if she knows exactly what made her unhappy. And that's where I'm confused, because there are a lot of people who are still married today and are unhappy in their relationship. Also, there are times in your relationship where you are unhappy. There is no even keel relationship where we're just straight across the board all the time.
Right.
So that's why I'm kind of questioning what exactly put you in a place that you realized you made a mistake marrying this man, or that you did not want to be married to this man. What exactly was it? Because it doesn't seem that it was the children. It doesn't seem, the way that you're talking, that y'all had big issues in your relationships, even though you're not really telling. I'm really wondering why you can't seem to move on with regular activities without this man. Was there a controlling sense of him? Did he have a control over you that you felt that you had? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I think what's going to be hard for us, and we'll probably never get an understanding for it, is because I think I'm clear that she can't mention really Corey in any type of, and I don't want to say
Yeah.
negative,
Yeah.
but I say negative for lack of a better word.
Mhm.
Even she can't even really tell her truth, so to speak, because then it's going to look like she's saying something negative about Corey, and so they probably both agree we're not going to go there and do that. So that, I feel like that's, the situation right there is
Okay.
is messy. So we'll never get a true insight. And I think we're clear that he has said to her probably before she even, once she was about to sign on the dotted line on this show, that I will not be a part of this show. Yeah, I will not be a part of this show. So because remember when she pulled up and dropped CAIRO off, we didn't see Corey. She didn't go near to the doorbell. We don't know if he live in LA. We don't know where he live at. Okay, Potomac. We just know that CAIRO got dropped off. Okay, and that was that. So it's going to be a little confusing for us to get a grasp of what's really going on with her, because she has to guard it and not truly tell her 100% authentic truth. So with that being said, we're rolling to this next scene. She goes, CAIRO is in the backyard, and she's about to tell CAIRO, she's telling CAIRO like how, she got her princess themed party in lot. And CAIRO said, I got a secret. She's like, what's your secret? She said, I want a llama party. I want llamas. Huh? So she done changed it up on her. She's like, real llamas. And she said, llamas in the slide. Honey. So now she had to reverse her whole princess theme and figure out how to get these llamas in a slide. Okay. Then I'll just roll into, because Sierra, they show a quick scene with Sierra and Tia, where she said nobody RSVP yet for the party. And then I'm gonna mash this one into Royaire, where Tia talks to cousin Jerome via FaceTime. You know what? Let me tell you something. And he said, go ahead.
Jerome's in the house. You better watch your mouth. Now watch your mouth.
Jerome's in the house. Well, Jerome is supposed to be her ride or die. Jerome and her are supposed to be so tight. She tells Jerome how nobody RSVP'd yet, and he said he didn't need it, but he's definitely coming. So they're ride or die. They're so tight, but yet he never met 6-year-old CAIRO. You got to make that make sense to me. This is your ride or die. This is your ace boom coon. This is the one that he know everything about you. He always there for you. And he never met CAIRO, the birthday girl.
Listen, it's giving another Tawanda and Scratchy situation.
That part. I knew you would feel me. I knew you would feel me. I was like, I had to sit up because I was laying in the bed watching it, right? I had to sit up. I said, hold on. Let me back this up for a minute. What happened? Y'all so close, but he never met CAIRO before? Child, go ahead, talk to me about them scenes because I can't.
That was super weird to me. Now, I will say I do know of Jerome and the sisters being close. He appeared a couple of times on their original show, Tia and Tamera, so he was on that show a few times as well. But that was a little awkward to me. CAIRO is 6 now. You know, Jerome's mother passed away. They were talking about that, and so. You know, y'all seen each other at the funeral, but he hasn't met your daughter. I was like, okay. But question to Tia. Now, when is the last time you talked to CAIRO about her birthday and her birthday plans? Because CAIRO switched it up real quick. You know, first she wanted a princess party. Now she wanted llamas. Have you been attentive enough to the children, Tia? Let's make sure we staying on top of it, okay? Like you said, we were rolling into the next thing. Tia's doing her diaries on her phone, talking about planning CAIRO's party. She's just very emotional. She just can't seem to do this on her own. And so, like you said, Jerome calls and pops up. And so Jerome is going to come through and save the day. I am really struggling with Tia, you know, and I think because Tia personifies this boss attitude, if you may, in the public eye. So to see her in this vulnerable crisis moment, it seems like I just struggle with it. I really, really struggle. I feel like it's kind of you putting on for the camera. I just don't feel that you are really having this hard of a time getting regular everyday life plans together. Is it just me? I don't have children. I've never been through a divorce. So,
okay, well, let me say this with the kids. They do change their mind a lot. Okay. And that's when I would have been like, girl, you told me 2 weeks ago it was a princess party, and that's what you became princess.
Okay, yes.
But that's the type of chick I am. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I don't order all the princess stuff. And maybe we got to do a princess / llama party. I don't know, right? But I feel you know what it is, Royaire, everything's not 100% genuine. And I think that's what we're feeling like. It's not 100% genuine. There's something amiss. But I told you, I really think the part that is missing is that she can't sit there and tell us the 100% truth as to what really happened between her and Corey. So that's why it's always going to be like, what is going on? What's the matter? Because like I said, if you could take Christmas pictures with him, then you could have called him and he could have been part of the party.
And one thing that has stuck out as well to me, she keeps saying, and this is the 3rd episode. I know I've heard this at least maybe 4 or 5 times. She keeps saying that everything reminds her of what was. And it's like she can't move on from this was to now. Like, I think we need some real therapy. We need some real therapy, and I think there needs to be some real growth as well. Tia has a complaining spirit.
Oh.
She's constantly complaining, and I just feel like you too blessed to be complaining, honey. Too blessed.
She is not the complaining spirit.
But we can move on to that next thing.
We'll move on. Okay. All right. So let me see. So the princess party, Jerome is coming. Just meeting CAIRO. Okay. And she was talking about how she don't want to take away tradition. If you don't want to take away tradition, then Corey should have been at the party. But anywho, all right. So Natasha and Tia, they showed them doing a yoga scene. And Tia's crying again, talking about she just wants to do the right thing. Jerome is her protector, her safety net, her anchor. Again, like I said, Jerome that never met CAIRO. But okay. So Jerome shows up. So Jerome and Tia, have their kiki ha ha. He meets CAIRO. She said, this is mommy's cousin, and CAIRO's really ain't that pressed, okay? And she talked about she wasn't, but listen, they talked about Jerome's mother unfortunately passed away. I think she said had a brain tumor, right? Had a brain tumor, and now Tia and her auntie were very close, and the auntie was always there for her. So I feel for Jerome in that sense. Like, I feel like, it was his mom that was always there, and he probably was there too. But it's like picking up the torch. My mom is not here. So, he stepped in and he kind of showed up. So he tried to help them find these llamas, and they went and they found a place, but it wasn't llamas. But I died laughing, Royaire, because when that thing sneezed on them, I fell out. That thing, and then Sierra said it got on her lips.
That's what Sierra did.
That's what Sierra. I said, "Good gosh Almighty!" And now you see Tyrone. Why am I calling Tyrone? Jerome gonna be work. Jerome gonna be work. I don't know if you caught what he said to Sierra. He said, "See, I like you, but you starting to get on my nerves."
Get on my last nerves, okay? He said, I thought I liked you, but you're starting to get on my nerves.
Okay. So yeah, it's messy, and Jerome is going to be worked. So I don't know how many episodes they got, but if you got enough of them with Jerome in it, I think this thing is going to start to pop off. So
yeah, Jerome needs to stick around.
Jerome needs to stick around. So that was a lot of. So what I didn't like though is after they went to see the llamas, that wasn't the llamas. They came back and they kind of split up the duties. Sierra was on cake duty. Jerome was on bouncy house, and that's when Tia was like, I really feel like this thing is going to come together. Now, I will say this before we talk about the party and all that, Royaire, is that why her sister wasn't at the party? Don't she?
Okay, you brought me right into what I wanted to talk about. Okay,
go ahead, talk.
So back into the yoga scene, we're gonna back it up a little bit. Yes. Sierra and Tia were in the backyard doing yoga, and Tia was doing some more complaining about, just everything she got going on and how she's struggling to move on with her life. And one thing that really stood out to me is she said, I really need my family right now. You recall that?
Yes, I do.
I haven't seen not a one family member outside of Jerome that has been here. And it makes me question, why are you, in my opinion, excluding your family? Because that's how it comes off. I didn't see Taj, the brother there. Her and Taj are pretty close. Corey was not there. I did not see her mom there. As you said, Tamera was not there. The cousins weren't there. It just seems like that you're kind of intentionally excluding yourself off from everybody during a time that you claim you really need support. Mm-hmm. And who can support you better than your own people? I mean, am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but I don't know if she's so much excluding her family. I don't know. I feel like
Tamera said she had no idea about this show. She had no idea what was going on. You didn't tell your sister that your daughter was having a party and ask your sister to show up for your daughter's party. The cousins can't even be a family.
Well, let's be clear. Remember, she had that fraudulent slip saying that her and her sister wasn't close, and then it got all across the blogs and all that. She tried to clean it up. No, I think that was true. I think they're just not that close. Now, why the brother wasn't there, the mother, uncle, father, somebody,
You got two brothers.
and why, yeah, and why did it seem like it wasn't really that many people at the party?
Mm-hmm.
I only thing I can think of, Royaire, is that perhaps maybe this was CAIRO's TV birthday party,
That's what I was
and
getting.
there was another party. That I was thinking that because I was like, something doesn't, it seems amiss here. So I'm saying probably CAIRO got lucky because her mommy doing a show and she had two parties. Because CAIRO was even at the birthday party just sitting there like. Did you notice that? Did you notice when the llama
We're gonna
came?
talk about this whack party when we get to it, but I
Okay,
wanted to
go
talk
ahead.
about Jerome and Tia as well. You know, when Jerome got there, like you said, he met CAIRO. They sat down and began talking. He started talking about losing his mom last August to brain cancer. You know, Jerome talked about healing being a process. And that is something that I really felt that Tia needed. Like, that was a word for Tia. Like, healing is a true process. And sometimes in healing, you have to process it by yourself. And until you can do it by yourself, you're constantly going to be in this healing process. And I feel like that is a lot of Tia's problem. She needs to learn how to get by herself and really deal with those things. You know, they talked about heart palpitations. I have experienced that before. There was a death that happened years ago, and it shocked me like so bad that I literally felt my heart like skip a beat. They talked about taking Xanax. You know, Jerome is on Xanax for his stress and anxiety, you know, and I never want to push medication upon anybody, but I really do think that Tia may need to look into some, you know, visit a doctor to see if there is anything that she can get help with medically from a standpoint that can help her with her anxiety and her stress and her worry and things of that nature. And Jerome also said that their family is known for thugging it out. And so I feel like, you know, Tia, you got to woman up. You got to put your big girl drawers on and you got to press forward. You know, her mom has been through a divorce as well. Her parents are not together. So I think that, you know, that is someone that you can lean on, especially knowing that she has been through this before. And so I really think that she needs to lean on, and she may be, and we just may not see it on TV, but I think she needs to be leaning into the people who know her most and truly, you know, for this healing process to continue.
I agree with you, Warrior, but I want to say this also too. I want to say that you got to give us some form of the truth in this reality, right? I need to know why your sister wasn't at this party. I need to know why your brothers wasn't at this party. I need to know more because it's giving us, because you're not addressing the elephant in the room, so to speak. It's giving us, we have to make our own conclusions here, right? Our own conclusions, we're coming up with like, okay, are y'all not speaking? Like, what's going on? That just didn't make sense to me that your sister, her husband wasn't there. I didn't get that.
Yeah, and she was very defensive in her response as well when she responded to Tamera's video. I don't know if people seen that, but she was doing an interview and she said, the interviewer asked, "You didn't share with your sister?" And she was like, "Well, do you tell your siblings everything?" And the guy was like, "Well, when I get a new job, yeah, I tell my, you know, siblings." And she got the attitude about it. And I'm just like, girl, these are real questions, real life situations that people would normally talk to. And I think it's a little bit different in her circumstance, Diva, because she is a twin. My mom is a twin, and they have their arguments, their fussings, and their fights, but at the end of the day, that connection keeps that bond there. And it's just, there's obviously something going on with that bond. And if you want to keep that to yourself, that's fine. But at least be honest and say, hey, me and my sister are going through something and we're just not on the best of terms right now. You know, give us something instead of leaving an impression on the public that may or may not be true.
Exactly. Yeah, there's, you got that twin bond thing going on, and y'all in the entertainment world where jobs is not like you work at the post office and you've been there 20 years and you ain't got to tell your sibling, no, I'm still at the post office this year. This is the entertainment industry. And of course, when you get another big job, you tell your sister. But remember, they wasn't telling each other about jobs way before this. Remember, one of them got the job.
Tia. Yep. She got that show on Nick at Night, Instant Moms, and her and Tamera was supposed to be pitching a show to some network, and Tamera had to backtrack on everything because, yet again, you're not being honest about what's going on. So maybe it's something in this honesty with Tia. Maybe all of this ain't Corey's fault. We may need to get on Tia a little bit.
Yeah. So it's they got a lot of dynamics going on that they're hiding from us and they kind of don't want to talk about. Mm-hmm. So let's go and this is why I said Tia really needs therapy. She's going to the she's going to the juror to pick up the jury. Mm-hmm. And she's sitting there like she in a therapy session. She's crying yet again. Talking about why she didn't want to sell her rings, and that man was sitting there looking like, "Can I just give you this jewelry and do this thing?
I need to do my job and move on."
and move on. I mean, it was crazy. He was just sitting there like, and he kept trying to bring her back because he was like, "No, but it's a good thing." But she was like, "It's so hard." I mean, she was just crying, but he ended up making some very nice pieces for her son, and the daughter. And he packed it up and gave it to her. I was shocked because I didn't know that he was going to be making a piece for the daughter. I mean, for her.
Yes.
I knew that he was making a piece for the son and for the daughter. I didn't realize he was going to make a piece for her. So I thought that was pretty nice. I mean,
it was very thoughtful.
It was very thoughtful, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, how long can you wear that? Because if you get into a new relationship with somebody, like, you can't be having on your neck the necklace that you made from your ring. I don't know. I thought it was different. I thought it was just going to be the two pieces. But, I mean, okay. But like I said, my problem in there, Royaire, was the crying. Go ahead.
Well, she had a pretty big diamond on that ring, and the biggest diamond went on her necklace. So, I mean, that just made me have the secret that I don't tell my new man about. Listen, we just can't be letting diamonds go to waste, okay?
Listen. That is a fact. We can't be wasting diamonds. So on that note, okay, I guess I'll let it go and let it be what it is. But you are correct, because we cannot be wasting diamonds. But, my whole thing, when she was in there just crying, I was like, okay, this girl, she needs therapy.
And that's what makes me question, like, are you really? And I think more so, it kind of brought me back to the Potomac moment last week where we talked about G and Mia. Mm-hmm. Did Tia and Corey do everything that they could have done to salvage this marriage or to save this marriage? Did you guys really do that work, or did we make a decision based off of what people was telling us? Because if we really go back, Corey really was not wanting to divorce Tia. He was trying to fight for his marriage. He was trying to, he was public about this. He was really open about this. But Tia just was pushing this divorce. And so it makes me think, now that she's in this situation, did you do everything that you could have possibly done to salvage or save this marriage? And I think that's where she is struggling in her mind and in everything, all the decisions that she's making.
I will say this: when you're in a relationship, a married person can't talk to a single person about what they should and shouldn't do in their life. That's number one. She may have started to get a little egg on about, girl, let this go. You wasn't happy for this many years, blah, blah, blah. He not doing anything. You doing everything anyway, blah, everything anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not quite sure what is going on, but we can tell, because we ain't slow, something is definitely amiss. Something is going on. And she definitely, the thing we know we can agree on, we can call 100%, Royaire, is she need therapy.
100.
Need therapy, because you going to pick up the jewelry and the man agreed to let this thing be filmed. He didn't know you was going to be crying again. He finally said, let me just get a bag, put this in this bag for you. So,
And the last time we met with her, we saying congratulations. She all happy and excited. So which one is it? Are we happy or are we like pick an emotion and stick with it? At least one episode.
That's all we asking. That's all we asking is you to pick an emotion and stick with it. So it was kind of messy, but like I said, I like the jury that the juror made. I thought he did a very good job with that. So, we had that scene. So let's get to the birthday party. The guests come. The llama cake was cute. The llama arrives. And she thanked Jerome and Sierra. And she started crying into thanking them for just being there for her and helping her through everything that she is currently going through right now. Jerome got a little mouth for him because I don't know if you caught it when Jerome said, "Here she go again." Of course, she gonna cry.
I told you, Jerome's in the house. You better watch your mouth.
I said, "Oh, Jerome got a little, he a little messy."
I like Jerome. He keeps it 100% real. He be telling it like it is. Okay.
He doing the most. He doing a lot. But so she gave the party, and I thought, the party was cute for what it was, but I just was I couldn't get off the fact that nobody from her family seemed to be there, and I was like, okay, this is
very
weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like she's trying to separate herself from her family. That's what it's giving.
And that's not cool.
And I wonder, was the family trying to get you to save your marriage and you just wanted to go against the grain so bad? And now that you are in the situation you're in, you kind of mad at your family because they told you so, but you don't want to receive that I told you so. That's just what I'm feeling. I could be 100% off and I'm willing to be off 100%. But something ain't clean in the buttermilk.
Something in the buttermilk is definitely not clean. And I would love, to me, a full circle moment would be, let's see if you and Corey have no ill will against each other. Let's see a little session where y'all come together. Let's see this real co-parenting moment. Because right now, I don't know what to feel, but I'm not feeling what I'm seeing so far in terms of the missing link that she doesn't want to tell us about.
Correct.
That's what I'm not feeling. You got all these friends and did not even a FaceTime call with her sister. Like the first person I would have called, and when my daughter would have changed her mind about this Christmas theme party and I already ordered all this stuff, I would have been on the phone. Girl, do you know this little girl done changed her mind and I done did this, that, and the other? No phone call with the sister, nothing.
And if we keep it real, Tamera is that girl. She is the, housewife, party planner, type of girl. That's her thing. So,
Sunday right.
Yeah.
Sunday right. But we'll move on. Go ahead.
Yeah, the party was just, it was boring to me. It was not what I expected for to be Tia Mowry. The way that they hyped this party up, I mean, you would have thought that this was gonna be the party of the year. And I could have threw this party in my backyard. I mean, literally. Just
listen, it was no Phaedra Parks production. Okay. It wasn't a Phaedra Parks and Dwight. What's his name? Dwight Eubanks. It wasn't that. And like I said, I didn't mind it. The part that I really just couldn't get with is that there was no real family members there besides Jerome, and Jerome don't even have kids.
CAIRO was just kicking it. She did not seem entertained. The llama came in. She petted the llama for a little bit. Then she went on about her business. It just,
something was amiss.
Yeah, it just was not. Even for a TV birthday party, it was not giving what it should have gave. But
Yeah, it wasn't. And then the only thing llama I saw was the cake, and the actual llama that showed up.
That's why I said, what kind of party was this? There was no party planning in this party. Where was the party?
Yeah, listen.
Hell, we could have rented a bounce house on a llama deal.
You know what? All jokes aside, the llama was cute, wasn't it?
You know,
You ain't you messy.
if I ask for a llama, I want a party. Like, where is Parky's farm? We need a farm. Like,
Not a whole farm.
a whole farm. This was low budget. This was a charade event.
Not Sheree Whitfield. No, Sheree throws events. Remember, Sheree spent all her money, her last dime on a party.
She just started throwing events. I'm talking about the early days, Sheree.
Oh, when there was no fashion?
Well, no fashions. Okay. How dreadful.
Okay, so she ends the night by going into CAIRO's room and giving her the gift. And she said it was from mommy and daddy. I thought that was really cute. I enjoyed that moment. And right now, CAIRO is just, she don't even know. I guess she like, okay, cameras on, whatever, mommy coming in, because she said she was trying to go to sleep. But I thought it was cute, giving her the gift. And then they showed the scene with Tia, Sierra, and Judy, where they're looking for that outfit that Tia's gonna wear on the date. And she talks again about being nervous, but listen, relationship, no relationship, I think it's always a nerve thing when you're meeting somebody for the first time, especially if that thing is like a blind date, so to speak, somebody online. It's like, it's just so awkward. You're like, oh my God. And you don't know what to wear, you don't know what to do, and you don't know how to handle it. So I was okay with her in that piece of the situation, because I get it, when you're about to meet somebody for the first time. And then you're talking about also having to been in a relationship for so long, and then now you're out of it, and then being fresh in the dating scene. It's a lot. So I think when she was, making dinner for CAIRO, before like going to prepare for her date, I think it was her nerves. Like I think it was like nervous cooking.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm making her salad. I know she only eats
salad. Like, girl, I said this child is a hot mess and she needs some help.
Yeah, but it's literally something I would be doing, because my nerves would just kind of be getting to me. So I kind of got that. And that's the cute part of Tia. It's like, that. So we'll talk about those scenes before we actually talk about the date. So what was your thought on those?
Yes, back to the bed scene. That was a nice little cute scene. I love that when she gave the gift that she said this was from your mom and dad. I thought that was very beautiful. So I will give Tia kudos to really sticking to her guns about not making Corey look like a bad dad or anybody look bad in any position. So shout out to her for that. I will give her that. Getting ready for her date, like you said, Sierra, her stylist. I will give shout out to Tia's stylist. Every time I see Tia, she is in some very cute outfits. So shout out to her. I thought her date outfit was very, very cute. Like you said, Tia was very nervous. She wanted to go into this date with no expectations. I feel like she's the type of person that she always looks for expectation. And I think it more so has to do with, because she is in the entertainment business, there is a consistent expectation upon yourself or whatever you're doing. So I totally get that standpoint. Her making her salad for CAIRO. I just thought that was so cute. It's the little funny moments that really keep me to this show. Because there is such a comedic side to her. I think that's what keeps me tied to the show, because I love her comedic side. So those were really cute scenes as well.
Yeah, she does have there's some genuine stuff that happens, moments in the show, and a good spirit about her. And you are correct. I think she's slaying it down with the fashion. I think she's slaying it down with her face. I think she's slaying down this show with her hair, for sure. Definitely on point with the way she looks in every scene, with the way she dresses. I do love her interaction with her daughter. Now, she said early on, she let us know her son was like negative. I don't want to be on the show. I'm glad she's respecting that, and that is being respected. So I understand that. But you can tell that she's a caring and loving mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, her focus is definitely her children. And you know that because she doesn't even slip up and do a slip about anything negative about Corey. And so on that note, I
Really,
just
or anybody for that matter, honestly.
that's true. That's true. Very true. So I
Mhm.
mean, I just give her a lot of kudos for that.
Yes.
Now we could go ahead into this date scene. Um, she goes to meet Charles and she let us know in her confessional that she gets a nervous laugh. She gets a nervous laugh when she's just, nervous. She just start laughing. I thought that was cute. I think we all probably got our nervous ticks or
Mhm.
something we do when we get a little nervous. I
Mhm.
definitely do mine. And I do, like I said, I can totally understand that when you're meeting someone for the first time, like how you just so nervous and you need something to kind of break the ice. And especially because she wasn't the one talking to him. Her girlfriends did the preliminary talking and then she came to meet him, right? So she kind of asked him some general questions like where you live, how you grew up, about kids or whatever. She asked him why he was single. The thing that struck me crazy, Royaire, is the way she ended the day. It was almost like, okay, I can't be here all night. I got to go. I got kids at home. Deuces. I was like, Tia.
So nasty, so rude.
I was like, he was like, okay, I guess, we'll exchange numbers and, I'll see you. He did walk her out.
Mhm.
Seems like a real gentleman. Um, it was different.
It was different. Like you said, she had a nervous laugh and smile. I think that makes her look very cute. I think it's a very attractive thing for her because she is just Tia is beautiful. She is so beautiful in my opinion. Happy birthday, Letitia. I mean, Lakeisha, Lord Jesus.
Happy birthday, girlfriend. And I'm so glad, I'm so glad that, all of y'all that come back on a regular basis that have been following me for so long. I'm so glad that y'all enjoy my channel because that's the real reason why I started it. And just as much as y'all miss me, I miss y'all too. So thanks for being here and happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. All right, yeah, go ahead. I'm
But
sorry.
yeah, so you fine. She said that she loved that he was tall. He had a beautiful smile. He was very much a gentleman. So those were the small things that I did peep out as well. Him escorting her to her car after the dinner was over. I thought it was hilarious that she tried to drink out of that empty cup with no water.
That's the nerves. That was hilarious.
I said this girl is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Now here was another reason why I didn't really think this relationship would work out with Tia and Charles.
Okay.
Now, Charles lives in Rhode Island. We all know that.
He's originally from Rhode Island.
Oh, he's okay. Is that where he's okay? I thought okay. Correct me then. Thank you so much. But hopefully he does live in LA now, so maybe that will be good because I didn't know how this long distance relationship thing was going to be. But okay, so originally from Rhode Island. Tia was an army brat. I did not know that. Did you know that?
Either.
I did not know that. So I was like, okay, that's cute. Born in Germany. She's lived in Texas. She's lived in Hawaii and then LA. Tia talked about how she doesn't feel comfortable opening up to new people. I think because of her fame and fortune and blessings, it's a little harder to open up to people because you don't know who to trust, and how much to share with them in those moments, if you may. But I think she did a really good job opening up, expressing herself and who she is. So I thought it was a nice, intimate date setting. You could tell she was very nervous as well. She kept looking at the camera. She kept looking at the producers behind the camera. So I was like, gather yourself. They talked about children. As you said earlier, Diva, you can tell he's very passionate about his daughter. So I really love that about Charles, that he does have a good relationship with his daughter. And he could possibly have, a nice relationship with Tia and her children. Overall, I thought the date went very well. She did ask him why he's single. He said it's hard to come by the dream girl, and you're the dream girl. I felt he was putting 20 on 10. You don't know this girl.
um, he did the most, but I gave him a little credit for that. He laid it on thick. He laid it
on real thick. So I was like, okay. She said she would be open to a second date. They exchanged numbers. He said, let me walk you out. Let me know when you get home. So I thought overall it was a beautiful date. Was not what I expected from the beginning of the episode versus to the end with Charles. I have a little glimmer of hope for Charles. Just a little, not a lot, but a little.
Not a smidget. Listen, I did appreciate the date, and I could only, like I said, it's hard anyway. Imagine doing it on TV. Yeah. So I gave them a lot of credit. I kind of felt, for them in the situation, whatever the case may be. But I don't know. I'm giving this thing hope. I really am. I'm giving this thing a whole lot of hope.
What you giving hope?
Just the opportunity for her to just experience dating and being out there. I don't know. Tia is not telling us everything. So
Tia's not ready to date. She's not truly ready to date. She's not truly over her relationship with Corey. You're still trying to find yourself as a mother with your children. You can tell, even though she's a great mom, and I will definitely say that she's a great mom, but she's still trying to build that foundational relationship as a single mom, because there's a difference. There is a difference between being a mother of a two-parent home versus being a single mother. And I think she's trying to find that balance of working and mommying and my relationships and my family. I just think that she has so much on top of her. She's trying to figure out how to balance it all at once and still be Tia Mowry, who everybody knows, the actress, the star, all of that. So therapy is the best way for me. That's just the best route that I can give for her, is therapy and being as open and honest with your situation as you can.
Monique ain't feeling her too much. Ooh, child. But wait, let me see. I found a little clip where she explains why she didn't tell her sister about the show. Let's listen.
Poor me.
Everything. It doesn't mean anything, There's nothing loaded, with that, I guess. It is, she's living her life, I'm living my life, we don't have to tell each other everything, and that's very normal.
So
she said that she didn't know that a reality show was coming out. You were doing one. So is there a reason why you didn't tell her?
That's normal. I mean, do you tell your brother and your sister everything?
Well, I do tell them anytime I get a new job or something of significance.
It's something that just happens. I mean, I found out something about my brother the other day and he didn't tell me. It's just, I feel like, like I said,
this is significant.
Yeah, but like I said, I think it's normal, for you not to tell everyone everything. It doesn't mean anything, There's nothing loaded, with that, I guess. It is, she's living her life, I'm living my life, we don't have to tell each other everything, and that's very normal.
Somebody said getting a whole reality show, not telling your sister about is weird.
It is weird. And Monique said the CAIRO said it all. It did. That CAIRO told it all.
Didn't it though? Didn't it though? Didn't it though? Child, listen. They doing the most, and they said especially because you mentioned your sister on the show. So, girl, we not sleep. We know something is amiss and something's going on between y'all. And I guess you may never tell us, or maybe one day you will.
Yeah.
But I would love. This is what I would love to see, Royaire. I would love to see her and the sister have a conversation on the show. And I would love to see her and Corey have a conversation on the show. If they want to give us TV, see, they want these reality checks, but then they don't want to give us reality, really. You understand?
Come on.
Yeah. If you want to give us reality TV, we need to see how you and your ex are truly getting along by you talking to us on the show, like him coming on there. Because I need to know why he was in that CAIRO birthday party, but Jerome was.
The distance cousin.
You stupid. The cousin that CAIRO just met.
And CAIRO is 6.
That's all. We're watching. We buying into you, girlfriend. We supporting your show, but you gonna have to support us too and give us a little more oomph.
Some honesty. We need some honesty.
We need some honesty. So
transparency.
That part. So what's your final thoughts on this week's episode, For the Love of CAIRO? That was the name of it.
For the Love of CAIRO. Such a cute title. I was like, oh, this is cute. I'm excited to watch this. Overall, I will rate this episode a 7. Okay. Just because I just feel like the way she was obsessing about this party, it should have been more. It should have been more. But I really enjoyed
more decorations. What did you want? More animals?
I wanted a party. This was not a party. We had a backyard play date. That's what that was. Play date. I mean, It was just. I mean, Tia's little divorce party was better than this last week. I mean, come on, man.
Okay. I'm feeling.
I love Jerome being there, so hopefully we can get Jerome in this season a little bit more. The date overall, I thought it was a great time. Tia kept it fun. She kept it professional, if you may. And I just thought it was a great episode overall. It was much better for me to digest this week, I guess, now because I know what to expect from the show. So it was a better digestion for me this week. So hopefully going forward, we can get some more reality out of this reality show. We can get some transparency. And who knows, we may see Corey at the end of the season for a season finale. I think that would be a great season finale and a great way to wrangle us up for a season 2. Maybe after this season, we can bring in the family a little bit more and answer some questions and really do some work so that we can see a positive effect going forward.
I like your wrap up, Royaire. I do like that, and maybe time will tell. Maybe we will see Corey at the end. Maybe we will see Tamera at the end. Maybe we will see some closure and connection. But I'm doubting that we're going to see her if your sister didn't even know you had the show.
Look, they did a Potomac and they came back to filming. They came back to filming.
You know what? On that note, did Corey know?
I'm sure he would have had to know because he probably had to get consent.
Okay. Yeah. He had to get consent. You are correct. So I mean, like I said, I'm liking it because it's not all this rah-rah and people cursing people out and throwing water in each other's face and the fighting and all of that. So I do like that. And I love it because I will say this, it does seem like her friends really, really do care about her.
Look at Ebony Nerd's comment. Something is going with the Mowrys. We need Keeping Up with the Mowrys, not Tia's next chapter.
Oh my God.
I like that. Okay, we TV, we need Keeping Up with the Mowrys coming out 2025.
Emmanuel, we are doing Potomac. We haven't decided what date and time yet, but Royaire and I are gonna clear that up this week. We probably should do it on Mondays, Royaire, but we gotta talk. We ain't gonna commit yet, y'all, but we're gonna definitely with Potomac. We're going to give a clear-cut date and time.
Yes.
Tia, we got to figure out with y'all. But Potomac, we will give a clear-cut date and time. And I'm thinking Mondays probably will be a good day because it comes on tonight, right? Yeah. So we'll figure that out. But thanks for that, Roy. Emmanuel. We'll let y'all know. But yes, I'm liking it. I ain't going to say I'm in love or whatever. I'm liking it because I'm tired. If I don't need to see another episode with this girl crying. Unless she's with the therapist, I give her a pass. If she sees a therapist and she's crying, I'm gonna give her a whole pass. But not the juror, not just randomly in the store, walking down the street in her car, talking about I can't take this. This is my new norm. Girl, Corey has left the building. You wanted a divorce. You got the house. Come on, this is what she wanted. She got the house. He didn't get her house. She got the house, and it's a beautiful home. Every time I see a home, I think it's just gorgeous, right? You got the house. You know, you see your kids. I know sometimes you got to drop them off the hand, but this is your new norm. Get used to it. Yeah. Tia and Tamera's parents got divorced too. I know. I know. And I think, listen, I don't think anybody walks down the aisle so that they don't want in their future they could be in divorce court. I really don't. So I do know it's a hard thing to deal with, but if y'all went to counseling, we don't know because we don't know nothing about the divorce and how they tried or didn't try. But if y'all
went to counseling because it was the counselor that told her she needed to divorce her man.
No, that was that woman, that psychic woman that claimed that she did the right thing and divorced him. I don't remember her saying it. Yeah. Child, listen. But anyway,
grandmother said she made a mistake. She knew she made a mistake. That's who it was.
Yeah, but it came through the psychic. So we don't know what Nana really said. Okay. Because since that psychic is making her rounds to every reality,
she was on the Braxtons. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah. So what did she say?
I'm giving her the side eye. I really am, Royaire. I am legit giving her the side eye. I ain't really paying her no, never mind either way. But I will say, let me see. Well, Diva,
yeah.
On Tia and Tamera's reality show, they cried almost every episode. Royaire told me, I can't deal with it. I ain't gonna be able to deal with that. I ain't.
Cry, baby, cry.
Now listen. I will hang in there with her because I want her to make her coins and have her show, whatever. But there ain't no way I'm gonna watch every episode and you just are crying. We ain't doing that. But listen, if I had to rate this one, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. What are your thoughts?
Like I said, it's a 7 for me. You know, overall, I really do hope that by the end of this season, we can kind of be over the crying and that she can really have processed this new life of hers. I really, really hope so. And we need to come back with a season 2 of Corey and Tamera, and we need to work this relationship family situation out. We got to do better. We need some real transparency from you, Tia. Now, let me get this straight before we go off of here. I love Tia, okay? I love Tia and I love Tamera. So all of this is just fun commentary. We do, enjoy recapping these shows, but I got to keep it real. I got to keep it honest about what I see and what she's presenting to us. But I do love Tia Mowry and Tamera, the sisters, the family. I love it.
I love them too, but yes, if you putting something out there for us to see, then we gotta rate what we see, and we gotta talk about what we see. And listen, we give great information over here to help you improve so you could continue to make your coin. I understand you got tears in you, but sometimes you got to hold them back.
Hold them back.
And save them till they say cut.
Cut. I was going to say save it for off camera. They say cut to you.
When you have the box of tissues near you, but you crying in the jewelry store when you just trying to go pick up the jewelry. Even it was seeing too much.
Did you see how that man was looking at her?
Yeah. He was like, what I do with this? Because most men don't even know what to do with no tears when it's coming from the person that they love. You a perfect stranger sitting there crying. He's like, oh, come on now. I thought everything was good. He said, this is a good thing, right? That man didn't deal with that. He was like, nah. That's why he said, let me get this bag. Let me bag this up for you so you could go ahead and be on your
go.
He want her out.
Let me ask, are you giving Charles a second date for Tia?
I am. I don't know why you were so hard on Charles. I really don't.
I just don't feel like he fits the bill.
Because he don't have no money.
She told us she want a thug, and he's not giving thug behavior, okay?
But he's definitely not a thug.
He's giving us a nice guy.
You know what, she don't really know what she wants because she has not sought counseling yet. And somebody reminded me, Royaire, that Corey was a thug. You see where that got her?
Yeah.
So she don't even know that she really don't need no thug. She don't need that thug life. She better go sit down somewhere. She ain't ready for thug life. Because thug life may have her. That's what I'm telling you Megan Good is dealing with right now. Megan Good is paying the child support. She paying for the dog to get trained. She paying for everything. To the point where her friends thinking she gonna lose her house.
Well, if she get with this man, she's still gonna be paying child support. He ain't got no money.
I got no comment.
Shout out to all the teachers and gym coaches across the board.
You's a fool. You's a fool. That's so wrong. You's a fool. You a fool. I cannot with you.
Listen, it's an honest living. I appreciate y'all, okay?
I appreciate, but you know what though? Either if that's not true, but she probably would have to find someone in the industry.
I don't think in the industry, but he would have to be of a particular status, if you may. I don't think regular, everyday people are for her. I just can't see that. But then again, you know, being with Corey, she may not mind taking care of a man. So you're so petty. Go to close us out because
Listen, y'all. We want to thank y'all for being here. Okay. We appreciate y'all. Remember, if you didn't hit the like button coming in, hit it on the way out. But we would really appreciate if you hit the like button on both of our channels. Thank y'all guys for being here. We're going to continue to recap this show. We are recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac together. So far, so good. I mean, the new ladies are a good addition. I will say this though. I mean, I haven't seen them. They're not married to medicine. One is getting a divorce. The other one, she didn't even tell us if she got a man or don't have a man. And then the girl, what's the name? Jessie, whatever the case may be, she moved in with the boyfriend. I listen, but it's married to, it's the Real Housewives of Potomac. So I guess you can be a housewife. You cannot be a housewife, whatever. Anyway, listen, guys, go ahead. What's your final thoughts for you?
Listen, continue to stay tuned to our channel. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. Make sure you hit the like button on both of our channels. Stay tuned to our community pages to be up to date with everything we got going on. We have already recapped episodes 1 and 2 of My Next Chapter with Tia Mowry. So make sure you go back and watch those recaps. Hit the like button on those. As well, we just wrapped with the Braxtons. The Braxtons was amazing. So make sure you go back and catch those recaps as well and hit the like button on those. We appreciate y'all. We come through to laugh with y'all. So please continue to support us. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And we will catch y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.